And a very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to another edition of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO and on mybasin.com. A beautiful night under the Friday night lights at Mazama High School as the Vikings get ready for their second consecutive home game, this time against the Yreka Miners. So glad to be with you this evening. My name is Josh Eldridge. Todd Andrus joining me tonight. Sun is setting down over the west side there, and it's shaping up for a nice night of football here at Mazama High School.
Yeah, it's a great night. Cool. I mean, this is perfect playing weather for a great game like we have in front of us today.
Mazama enters 1-2 in this ball game. Yreka 2-1. You look at the Vikings, a Week 1 win against Klamath Union in pretty convincing fashion. 55-24. They followed that up with 2 losses against 5A schools. Now you get Yreka tonight, who on paper they seem to match up pretty good with.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Yreka looks like they have some size here, but Mazama's just a great program. They did a great job going up and playing upper divisions to get ready for conference that's going to be next week.
Next week they start conference play. One final non-league opponent. Yreka is in front of them. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll take a look at the Big Sky Conference, where Mazama is as we head into the final week of non-conference play. We'll also check in on Yreka, their 2-1 schedule so far, and we'll get ready for starting lineups and kickoff, all just a few minutes away this evening on the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO, and with free live video tonight on mybasin.com. Stay here.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
About 10 minutes away from kickoff this evening at Mazama High School as the Vikings get ready to take on the Yreka Miners. Let's take a look at the Big Sky standings as we have them this evening. The Special District 4 in the 4A classification. Henley leads the way right now. They're actually the only team with a winning record. They're 2-1 overall right now. Mazama, North Bend, Ashland, and Hidden Valley are all 1-2. Marshfield, the Pirates, still looking for their first win. They are 0-4. That'll be Mazama's next opponent after this week is those Marshfield Pirates. Look at Yreka. They come to us from the NCIF, the northern section there in California Interscholastic Sports. They're in second place right now behind University Prep. They are 3-1. Now, Yreka is 2-1. They've just got one less game under their belt, but they're hanging in there. Anderson behind them, 2-2. Lassen, Central Valley, and West Valley all have one win. Those are the last 3 teams there in the NCIF standings. Look around the schedule, some other teams playing in the Basin tonight. But before we get to that, last night, Lost River played. They lost to Culver on a last-second touchdown, 34-28. Short skid there at home for the Raiders, hoping they can turn it around moving forward. A handful of the other games going on tonight. Henley is playing Cascade Christian over at Henley High School. That game is also being broadcast live on mybasin.com, so you can check in on the scores for that one throughout, as well as Klamath Union. They are taking on Sutherland tonight at Modoc Field. I believe that game is also being broadcast by the Klamath Union students if you want to check out some scores there. Bonanza is on the road tonight. They are playing Glide. Cross Point Christian is on the road. They have been very good this season. They're taking on Mohawk on the road. Then tomorrow, Chiloquin on a Saturday matchup plays Camas Valley. So a full slate of games tonight in the Klamath Basin. One yesterday, one tomorrow, but looking forward to this one in front of us between the Vikings and the Miners. And, we talked about it a little bit a moment ago, but these teams match up fairly well on paper. They both have a guy who carries the ball often, Chris Baldwin for the Vikings, and then Trevon Crane for Yreka, although as far as we know, Crane isn't in the starting lineup tonight for the Miners.
Yeah, that's surprising. I mean, Crane has 9 touchdowns for the season, 485 yards. He is a force to be reckoned with. But, Mazama comes in. Baldwin is doing an outstanding job, too. 491 yards, 5 touchdowns. So it should be a good matchup. It should be a great running game tonight.
Yes, the Vikings certainly happy to have Baldwin back. He actually missed last week's loss against Ben 35-7. So they are certainly glad to have him back. That's why his yards per game is so high. 245 yards per game is where Baldwin's at.
Yes.
Pretty impressive there. They've got a good quarterback as well. You look at Brody Van Gastel's stats, 56% completion percentage. That's about where Mazama quarterbacks have kind of been throughout the years, although a new head coach for Mazama this year, and Mr. Orland Culp, who at one point donned the cap of the Yreka Miners as well, so something to touch on there. It was last week that Brody Mahone stepped up for the Vikes in the absence of Baldwin, like we talked about. He carried the ball 45 yards on 11 carries, and you got Kai Hunt to look out for as well. The wide receiver who's pretty much been the lone target for Van Gastel for most of the season. 10 catches, 204 yards, about 68 yards per game. He's caught all 3 touchdown passes that Van Gastel has thrown this season. So if there's a target for Mazama, it's probably him.
Yeah, I think both defenses have their hand full today.
Yeah.
It's going to be the one that is able to limit that potent offenses that both sides have.
Going to be an exciting one. Going to take another break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to our offensive starters. Get ready for the coin toss. Football just about 7 or so minutes away at Mazama High School. The Vikings getting ready to take on the Yreka Miners. This is the MyBasin.com and Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 92EO.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio.
The pace and reach of social media.
And the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those
Josh Eldridge and Todd Andrus back with you for the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week. Just moments away from football, our captains look ready to meet at midfield as we get ready for kickoff. Todd, one of the things you and I were talking about, just watching these teams warm up a little bit, the size difference. Yreka has got some tall kids. Not only that, got some big kids up front.
Yeah, they've got some 300-pounders up front and with height. So, you know, that's proportionate. And yeah, it's going to be Mazama. The good thing is they played some big teams up there in Bend, so they're used to this already. But there is some definitely big kids over there in Yreka. They must be eating something.
Yeah, David Lidler, 6'3", 340. Matt Silva, 6'3", 345. So I'm looking at Mazama's roster. I see Cooper Hinklin. He's listed as a defensive tackle, 239. I think that's their heaviest player. They're going to have to get low and try to keep those feet moving against Yreka.
Leverage is going to be the key. Leverage is going to be the key.
Hopefully speed, too.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Baldwin can get out. When he gets out going, he broke off a couple 80-yard scores against Klamath Union. If he can get up and down, you know, that could be the key to success as well for Mazama.
Exactly.
Captains meeting down there at midfield. So you spotted some of the officials down there, Todd. Who do you recognize in our officiating crew tonight?
Well, we've got Cooper Roberts. He's the white hat, and Tim Murphy is. It looks like Tim's going to be the U, and Lynch, old Lynch, which is he's given so much to this game. He's been officiating for 45 years.
Wow.
And just a great guy, and I'm glad he's out here doing this game tonight for us.
Always looking for officials here in the Klamath Basin. If you're interested in becoming a football official or anything else, we were doing some volleyball last night. I know their JV game only had 2 officials. Soccer, wrestling, baseball, softball, basketball, whatever it is, whatever your sport is, we're looking for officials. Head to osaa.org/officials if you're interested to begin that journey. All right, we've got the results of the coin toss. Let's see. Mazama is going to receive the opening kick, and so they will get the opportunity to have the football first as we prepare you for the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week. Want to remind you that Geno's Cafe on East Main Street is open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos, and they're served all day long, along with their other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at ilovegenos.com or head on over to DoorDash and have it all delivered. It's homecoming night here for Mazama as well. We've got the band, we've got the student section, the cheerleaders are out. Pretty good crowd as well. Seems like everybody's ready for some football as the Yreka special teams unit takes the field. They're in white from head to toe with red numbers on their backs. Vikings have white helmets, red jerseys and pants, blue numbers, white trim around them.
All right, Mazama will
and here we go.
The kickoff. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to the sound man for fixing our sound system. Thank you, sound man.
Stationed back at about the 5-yard line for the Vikings. Tom Keller, voice of the Vikings next door. You can hear him, and our kick is up. It is going to bounce off the Mazama receiver at the 2-yard line and into the end zone, so maybe a bit of a break there as a touchback will give Mazama the 20-yard line to start this one.
Yeah, traditionally, anytime the ball goes into the end zone, as long as you don't have control, it is an automatic touchback in high school.
So now the Vikings offense takes the field. They are led by Brody Van Gastel at the quarterback position. We mentioned Christopher Baldwin, number 5, the running back, is going to get a significant amount of touches as well. Their offensive line at center is Clem Pine. At left guard is Jack Kafering. At right guard is Drake Peters. We'll get you the rest of the offensive starters after our opening play. It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings from their own 20-yard line. And let's see. Our teams are ready to get on the ball. And here we go. Van Gastel with Baldwin flanking him to the left. Wide receiver in motion. And a high snap and a flag.
Right guard moved.
Right guard jumped. And so this one's going backwards to start the game.
Not the way you want to start this game.
The Viking.
So that was Drake Peters. Right tackle, Cade Owen. Left tackle, Mason Spivey. You're also going to see Ryan Hayden, the starting tight end. Devin Lobdell, a wide receiver. He was the one sent in motion. I believe he's the one here on the near side. Lobdell in motion again, going from right to left. Van Gastel back to pass on the opening play. Looking over the middle of the field, but overthrew his man. Tried to unleash it. I believe the intended target there was Hunt, but wound up incomplete downfield. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, just led him a little bit too far, but it's surprising to come out passing like that.
Tried to go over the top.
Yeah, especially deep in your own end zone or your end.
It's at the 15, Mazama in their own territory. Started at the 20, went backwards on the penalty. Again, Van Gastel with Baldwin to his side. This will be a handoff to Baldwin to the right side, but he's wrapped up and taken down for another loss. That'll be a loss of 5. 3rd and 20 on the way for the Vikings.
That was big penetration by the left end there. The running back really didn't have a chance.
Van Gastel, again with Baldwin to his left, now switches to his right. Another man in motion, although this is another handoff to Van Gastel, but stuffed quickly. He is able to get upfield for about 4 yards, but well short of the marker, and that'll bring up 4th.
On the play, brings up 4th and 20.
So already the Vikings forced to punt, a quick 3 and out for Orland Culp's squad, and punting in their own end zone as well. Back to receive is Layden Luce, the junior for Yreka. He's going to wind up fielding it at the 45, brings it to the 40, breaks a tackle, now to the 35, up to the 30 on the far sideline. Brought down before reaching the 25, but Yreka going to have some fantastic field position to start this game.
Yeah, they had a gang tackle him to get him down. A great run back for that punt.
So they're going to mark that one at the 30.
Looks like 28.
Looks like the 28 there. Yeah. They're taking it over with 10:38 to go in this first quarter. Still scoreless after Mazama's 3 and out. Quarterback Gabe Gregg leave for Yreka. A lot of men in the backfield there. Gregg with 2 guys in front of him and 1 behind him. This is going to be a handoff. Moving upfield, a nice run of about 7 or maybe 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a great, got into the second level before anyone touched him.
You know, even though he wasn't listed as a starter, that looked like Crane on the carry.
Yes, it did.
So he is going to get those touches that we talked about, the senior. He's 203 pounds, 6 foot tall. Certainly a load to take down. That's why he leads his team in rushing yards. We talked about it. 485 yards on the season, averages 160 per game. He's going to get another handoff going right up the gut, and another gain of about 6 yards, this time a first down.
Yeah, they're able to seal off the middle there, and there's a nice lane to run. Again, it's going to be the second level before they even get a hand on him.
1st and 10, Yreka driving. They're at the Mazama 16. Looks like Gregg's going to be under center for this snap. 1 receiver to the near side, but this is going to be another handoff right up the gut, and they just shove him forward. That'll be a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, second down.
Yeah, Yreka's size is showing itself right now. They got to get low, get underneath those pads, get some leverage. Mazama needs to do that right away.
So it'll be second down and about 7 to go. Yreka now on the right hash at the 13. Driving into Mazama territory. They go from right to left and to the east goal. Gregg again under center, expecting a handoff. 4 men in the backfield, and this is going to be a pitch. Breaking 1 tackle and brought down at the 11. A short gain. A nice job by Mazama's defense to try to keep that contained.
Great containment on the right-hand side there. Made him cut back inside where all his help was at. Great job by Mazama's defense on that one.
3rd and 5 on the way for Yreka, and it'll be at the 12-yard line.
This will be big if they can hold him.
Yreka has been content to kick field goals in previous games, well within range, you'd imagine, right now, but still collecting that stop. Gregg with Crane behind him, and he's got Walker to his left. This is going to be a handoff to Walker, going to the right side, trying to find a blocker downfield, cuts up for the first down, into the 5, and I think he stepped out. Was he in?
Just short.
Yeah, he did step out. Good run, though, of about 10 or so yards. 3rd down conversion for Yreka, and it is 1st and goal.
Yeah, old school. I call that a schoolhouse right. Everyone went right, and a lot of blockers out there, and he was able to get that needed yardage.
1st and goal from the 2 for Yreka. And again, similar formation. Gregg with Crane behind him. He's got Walker to his left. And it looks like Johnson to his right. He's trying to go for the sneak. Kind of a push there, and he is in. And Yreka is going to score the first touchdown of tonight's game. They are up 6-0 with 7:58 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just too much size on that one. They only had a yard to get, and quarterback sneak made it.
They are going to go for kicking the extra point. Kicker is Croteau. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0, Yreka leads, 7:58 to go in the first quarter. When we come back, Mazama gets a second crack at things. This is the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Back with you on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. The kick is up. It's going to be fielded at the 5 by Kai Hunt. He's going to try to run it up the far side. Has some room. He's all the way up to the 30, now to the 35 before being brought down. A great return for Mazama as they got some good starting field position on their second drive. They went 3 and out last time. Hoping for some change of fortunes here. They'll start at the 35.
Yeah, a little misdirection at the initial of the play. And then, a lot of times kids on special teams don't block. Mazama blocked. Yeah. That's why they got the yardage they got.
Yreka scored on their last drive. They lead 7-0, 7:52 to go in the first. It was a 5-play drive, taking them 28 yards in about a minute and 38 seconds.
10 on the 35. Great run back.
Vikings a chance to respond. Van Gastel in the gun with Baldwin to his left. 2 receivers to the near side, and Hayden also to the near side, lined up as the tight end. Looks like it's going to be a keeper for Van Gastel up to the 40. He's going to get the first down and then some. Hugging the sideline for a significant gain and a Vikings first down.
Yeah, off tackle. The quarterback kept it instead of the pitch, and the lane was perfect.
First down, Vikings.
Gain of 14 on the play. The Vikings have it now at their own 49.
Yeah, I really see the Vikings having to get it outside that big line in there for Yreka.
Similar formation coming out for the Vikes. This is going to be a handoff for Baldwin. Gets through the front, up 5 yards, now 10, past the 40, down before reaching the 35. They're going to call him down at the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards and another Vikings first down.
Yeah, that's the Mazama I remember. Run the ball up the middle, up the gut. No one touched him until the second level, and a nice game for 10 plus.
Vikings, you remember, once coached by Vic Lease, now coached by Orland Culp. He's told us multiple times this season he still plans to run the triple option that Mazama loves, although sometimes that third option might be a forward pass. This one looks like it's coming back. Did we see a flag out there?
I did not see it, but it looks like
going against the Vikings.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is.
Went backwards 10 yards.
It must be a hold. It has to be a hold.
I think that's the sign Cooper gave. 1st and 20 now, Mazama at their own 40. The big gain wiped off. This is going to be another keeper for Van Gastel, or he's just scrambling to his right. He's able to get up field about 2 yards, second down on the way for Mazama.
Yeah, that's a little run-pass option. If the pass isn't there, tuck it and go. Once you start running the ball effectively, those run-pass options, play-action passes are going to be wide open, and they're going to hit them down the middle of the field.
2nd and 18. Mazama still in their own territory at about the 41-yard line. Getting the call in from the sideline. Coach Culp getting it to him. Baldwin lined up to the right side of Van Gastel now. Man in motion. Looked like it might have been a sweep, but now it's a keeper to Van Gastel. Thought about going right, bounces out left, has a ton of room, but he fumbles the ball on the tackle. It's recovered by Yreka at about the 43-yard line. Van Gastel tried to leap over somebody, it looked like, and got caught midair, dropped the football, a turnover. Yreka has it in Mazama territory.
Yeah, when you jump up in the air like that, you give up all your leverage, and that was a great hit by the middle linebacker for Yreka, and that popped the ball out.
So with 6:45 to go in the first quarter, Yreka takes over at the Mazama 43-yard line. Scored on their last drive on a 28-yard drive. Took them 5 plays to get there. And again, they run that bunch. Make it hard to see who gets the football, but at least so far, they've gone right up the middle for the most part. 1st and 10. The play. It's a handoff. Again, right up the middle. And a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, off tackle. There's a really nice lane in there, and that's like a slow medicine. Over and over and over again, it starts to numb you.
Officially listed as a gain of 4 on that play. Second down on the way for Yreka. Now at the 39-yard line in Mazama territory. Crane behind the quarterback, Greg. Travis Johnson to his right, acting as a fullback. It's going to be the handoff to Crane, though. He tries to spin off the first tackle, but wrapped up for a loss of 1 on the play.
Great job. The Mazama linebackers blitz went up the 2 holes on either side of the tackle and made the initial tackle in the backfield. And he's tried to spin out of it, but couldn't make it.
3rd down and 8 for Yreka. Big opportunity for the Vikings to try to create a stop. Yreka only one other opportunity on 3rd down so far today. They converted. See where they go here. Same formation for Yreka, although this time Johnson to the left. Crane still behind him. 2 receivers bunched up on the near side. This is going to be a handoff to Crane going along the right side. Has room and is busted through the line. He's down to the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone, and a Yreka touchdown.
Yeah, misdirection. Great lane up there. I mean, a blind mouse could find that hold, and it went right up to the end zone.
That was a huge play from 39 yards out. And the Miners punch it in for 6. They lead right now 13-0 pending an extra point. Kick is up. It's a tall one, but it splits the uprights. And Yreka leads 14-0 with 4:56 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
It's on 3rd down, too.
Yeah, 3rd and long. I thought we were about to see our first pass.
14-0, Yreka leads, 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Yreka punching it in. They only needed 3 plays to go 43 yards, and it took them about a minute off the clock. Now Mazama, they'll have an opportunity, but a touchback. And Mazama will start at the 20.
I liked how they started their last drive. You know, running outside up the middle, got big gains, get away from those little penalties, and get that drive, get that momentum going.
Hold on to that football, as well as a fumble that allowed Yreka to gain good field position. Van Gastel on a keeper tried to leap over a defender, and just as you said, lost that leverage.
Yep.
All right, 1st and 10. Mazama has it at their own 20. And Gastel takes a high snap. He's going to keep it on the option, find some room to the near side, to the 25, down at the 30. And a gain of 10 right at the 30-yard line should be good enough for a Vikings first down.
Yeah, nice option there. Quarterback pulled the ball back from the running back, found that little lane there, and that was a great run.
Again, Yreka leads 14-0, 4:45 to go in the first quarter, but Mazama trying to put a drive together. They've got 1st and 10 at their own 30. This time, Baldwin lined up behind Van Gastel. Here's going to be a handoff, exploding through that line of scrimmage upfield, a gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, nice run. It was the second level before they got even touched them. And if you can do 5-yard chunks, that's great. That's ball control. That's giving your defense a little rest. Good early good drive right now.
One receiver lined up to the near side is Lobdell. Ryan Hayden lined up out there at the tight end, and Baldwin to the left of the quarterback. Another snap. This is another keeper for Van Gastel. Finds a hole up the middle and gets the first down, a gain of 7 yards. Down at the 42, Mazama driving in the second half of this first quarter.
Yeah, that play's working for him. You know, faking that handoff, pulling the ball out of the running back's hands. There's a lane right up the middle there, and he's getting good yardage, 5+ yards each time.
Mazama student section seated in front of us, trying to get involved in the game as well. Their team giving them something to cheer about now. This 2 first downs on this drive. 1st and 10 now from their own 42. This is going to be Van Gastel looking downfield, has a man. It is broken up. Good coverage down there for Yreka.
Yeah, very good coverage.
Looks like it was Brody Zediker on the coverage there for the Miners. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's good to do those plays once in a while. Again, that starts stretching the defense out. That gives you the ability to run up the middle a little bit more effectively.
Clock stopped, 3:25 to go in the first. Yreka still leads 14-0. 2nd and 10, Mazama. Baldwin to the right of the quarterback. Gastel takes the snap. This is a handoff to Baldwin. Tries to find some room along the left side of the offensive line upfield for a gain of 4 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, another nice run. Right off tackle and good run.
Mazama only one other opportunity on 3rd down today. They're 0 for 1. This will be 3rd and 6. Yard to gain the 48 on the other side of midfield. Van Gastel back to pass. Looks to his left, and he overthrows his receiver downfield. Had a bit of room to sneak in there, but just overthrew him. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, had him for a minute there. Just a little less air. He would have hit him in stride. That would have been a touchdown there. I think they're going to go for it. It's early in the game, but Mazama needs to get that momentum going and not give Yreka that ball back right now.
And they will go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 6 at the 46. Mazama in their own territory still. Yreka nearly jumped. Looked like they were sending a linebacker on a blitz. Now a chance to reset. And Gastel barking orders to his team, calls for the snap again, and a timeout's going to be called by Mazama. Looked like they had tried to get Yreka to jump potentially.
Yep.
Instead, they are forced to take their first timeout of this half. Want to remind you that tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is only part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install tires and wheels. If you plan on traveling this football season, stop on by for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to make sure that everything's in working order at Les Schwab Tires. 3 locations in the basin here in Klamath Falls on Washburn Way and South 6th Street, and in Merrill. Les Schwab Tires has been doing the right thing since 1952. So the Vikings may elect to punt here after not trying to fish for that penalty. It's 4th and 6, and it looks like they will punt. Crane back to receive.
Yeah, Yreka's had such a great field position this first quarter. I think Mazama's trying to get them playing on their side of the field.
It's a good punt. Going to be fielded at the 10. Crane coming along the near sideline, gives a stiff arm and is stood up at the 19. About a 45-yard punt. Nice job there for Mazama. Yreka will take over at their own 19. They've got it with 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Right now they lead 14-0. They've scored on each of their first 2 drives, although, Todd, like you mentioned, they started on Mazama's half of midfield for those drives. But it was a big play that allowed them to score last time, a 39-yard rush from their star running back.
Yep, this is important for Mazama to hold them here and keep them on this end of the field.
Looks like it's going to be a keeper. Greg trying to roll out, feels some pressure, tries to find a man downfield, and it is caught at the 45, but down at the 50. After rolling around on that catch was Cash Collier, and a huge gain downfield.
Yeah, that was a nice fake handoff. That's the play action pass that we were talking about that will be open if you're running the ball effectively. Quarterback rolled out. The Mazama end made that quarterback pay for that throw, but the receiver was wide open, and if he didn't stumble, he might have taken it to the house.
Caught it at the 45, stumbled forward 5 yards. Yreka now has it at the 50. That was a 31-yard completion for Cash Collier. Here's 1st and 10, Yreka. Looks like it's going to be a handoff going to the right side. Has some room upfield. Now to the 40. Still going to the 35 before being brought down at about the 34-yard line. A gain of 16 on that run for Yreka.
Yeah, Mazama had initial contact at the line of scrimmage, but it was a great cutback by the Yreka running back, and that's what got him the extra yardage.
First and 10 Miners at the 34, now squarely into Mazama territory, able to flip that field position fairly quickly. Handoff to Crane, but he is stuffed at the line. Looked like maybe a gain of 1, possibly no gain at all. 2nd down on the way.
Yeah, great penetration by the defensive line on the left side there. Didn't give him anything to get and gain, and I don't think there's any gain on that.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 on the way. Got Walker there. Looks like also Super is into the game. Going to be a play action pass. Looking downfield, and it is going to be incomplete on the near sideline. Nearly a large completion. He was out at the 2, but the pass incomplete brings up 3rd and 10.
I think they're talking about this one.
Mitchell initially said incomplete. It looked close, frankly.
Incomplete. It's an incomplete.
Big break there for the Vikings. It was nearly about a 34-yard touchdown.
Good job by the two officials getting together, making sure they both agreed on what occurred, and I think they got the right call.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and long. Yreka perfect on 3rd down conversions so far. This is their longest crack at it. .34 seconds remain in the first quarter. Yreka leads 14-0. 3rd and 10. It's going to be a handoff, and the ball popped out at the line of scrimmage. A pile of bodies, and Mazama thinks they have it. Signal, waiting.
Mazama.
And Mazama got the football on a big 3rd down stop, recovering the fumble, and they'll take over at their own 35.
That's the stop that defense needed to make right there, and good job. It's the first time they stopped him this game. Maybe many more of those to come, hopefully.
They'll take over with 27 seconds to go in the first quarter, maybe only 1 or 2 plays. 1st and 10, Mazama from their own 35. Two backs there with Van Gastel. It's going to be a handoff. And a nice gain of about 3 yards on that carry. Brings up 2nd down. Clock still ticking, probably, unless Mazama, they're hurrying up to the football here. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now 7. See if they get a play off. 5, 3, 2, and they will not get play off. So 14-0 is how we end the first quarter. Yreka trailing, but Mazama trying to put a drive together, trailing against the Miners. We'll be back with more of the Geno's Cafe game week on 1150 and 929 KAGO and my.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Second quarter action beginning, and Yreka leads Mazama 14-0, 12 minutes on the clock, and the Vikings have the football. It'll be 2nd and 8 at their own 38-yard line. Hand off to Van Gastel, trying to bounce around the right side, cuts up field, a gain of 1, brings up 3rd down.
Baldwin, the ball carrier. 3rd and
Here we go, 3rd and 6. Van Gastel back to throw, feeling pressure, and throws it. Nobody home, and that will bring up 4th down for the Vikes.
Yeah, that was great pressure by the Yreka defensive line. He really just had to get rid of that ball.
Brings up 4th and 6.
4th and 6. Mazama going to be forced, I believe, to punt once more. And they will. Trying to get started against that front line for the Miners has proven difficult so far. Punt from the 30 on the other side of midfield. It's going to bounce around at the 25, down to the 15, down to the 10. It took a friendly roll down there.
Nice on the roll.
And Yreka will start way in their own territory at the 10.
Yeah, worst position for him this game.
They take it over with 11:15 to go in the second quarter. They lead 14-0. Last time they're driving after just 4 plays on a fumble. Mazama looking to take advantage of that friendly roll. It'll be from the right hash. Yreka has it. Greg takes the snap. It's a handoff to Crane. He's going to come around the near side, get to the 20, now to the 25, gets the 30, up to the 35, now to the 40, before being run out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And a 36-yard gain for Yreka.
Yeah, Crane took it up into the hole, but once he got into that hole, he saw that cutback lane, and that cutback lane was what got him all yardage.
Another huge game for Yreka's leading rusher so far. That is, by my count, at least his 3rd rush of 20-plus yards in this game.
Yeah. I think he just went out for a little rest, but he deserves one.
1st and 10. Yreka at the 47-yard line, still in their own territory. Greg takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff going to the left side. Carried by number 4, but quickly stopped. That was loose on the carry.
No gain on the play.
gain.
Yeah, that was very impressive by Mazama, stringing that play out. When he cut back into the linebackers, made the tackle, no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Again, Yreka up 14-0. Across 10.5 minutes to go first half. Mazama looking to get a win on their home night. Yreka now getting up on the ball. Again, they're at their own 47. Lots of guys in that backfield. 4 total with Greg flanked on both sides and a man behind him. It's going to be a keeper. Greg rolling out to his left. Pump fakes a throw and caught downfield. Looks like a gain of about 5 on that play, and I believe it was Walker on the catch.
Yeah, really good coverage. What Walker did effectively is kind of boxed him out and made that catch, and then the cornerback was able to make the tackle right away.
3rd and 5. Yreka perfect on 3rd down so far, 3 for 3. Continued success running the ball. Third and 5. Here's a rush coming to the near side. That's Walker again. Cuts up field to the 40, now to the 35, the 30, brought down at the 25. Another huge 3rd down carry for the Miners. About a 25 or more yard gain there for Yreka.
Yeah, that's that schoolhouse rock or schoolhouse right. Everyone's coming to the right. He just continues to string out. When he sees that little lane, back lane, basically he's taking that hole, and that's where he's getting all the yards. Mazama's getting a little bit too much outside, trying to prevent him, and he's cutting back and getting that yardage.
Officially a gain of 28 on that play. 1st and 10, now in Mazama territory at the 25. Crane back in the game, but Walker's gotten the last couple touches. He lines up on the left side of the quarterback. Going to be a keeper for Greg. Has some blockers. Rolling out to the left. Has some room. Upfield for about 3 yards on the play. Down before reaching the 20. Maybe even less than 3 yards. Regardless, bring up and down.
Now that time, Mazama did string it out really well, but didn't get too far ahead of the running back. So when he cut up, he was able to. The defense was able to meet him for only about a yard, actually.
2nd and 9. Down at the 24. Yreka up on it. Again, similar formation, a stuffed backfield. Although this time I see Loose back there to the left. Walker to the right. Crane behind each of them and the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff to Crane. Gets past one defender, now to the 20. Has a cutback lane to the 15, to the 5-10, end zone touchdown. Second one of the night for Trevon Crane. And Yreka now leads 20-0.
Hit about 3 yards on the field. Crane is strong. He's a big kid, and he high-kneed himself out of that tackle and then took it the rest of the way to the house.
From 24 yards out, Crane finding pay dirt, now pending an extra point. Yreka looking to go up 3 scores. Kick is up through the uprights, and Yreka leads 21-0 with 7:46 to go in the first half. We'll come back. Mazama tries to answer the call. Next, the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
21-0 Yreka leads Mazama, 7:46 to go in the first half. Yreka punching it in after 6 plays in about 5 minutes. They went 90 yards to convert for 6 there. Mazama trying to get fancy on the kick return. And they bring it out to about the 22-yard line, maybe the 23. That's where Mazama will start.
Yeah, they did that earlier tonight and had success, but I think we're starting to understand what they're trying to do.
That last touchdown scored by Trevon Crane from 24 yards out. He also scored earlier in the game from 30 yards out. Continuing to have a big game for Yreka, but the Vikings try to find an answer on offense. They've put together a couple of decent drives. Their last one, though, ended on a punt. And Gastel calls for the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Baldwin on the near side. Gets past the first point of attack, continues to keep those legs moving, brought down about the 36-yard line, maybe even deeper, 37. They're going to give him a first down and a gain of about 17 yards.
Yeah, nice job. He came around the end, and then he tucked his head down, tucked the ball, and said, I'm not going to go down. So good run.
Need tenacious runs like that to stick around in this game. 1st and 10 from the 36. Another handoff to Baldwin. Same play to the near side. That time up to maybe the 44 flag.
That's going to be
the near sideline.
Late hit. That's going to be a late hit. The Yreka player rode him out of bounds, so they're going to get a 15.
Could be a late hit.
Officials discussing it on the near side. I think that's what the guy who threw the flag is trying to communicate there, that he had stepped out of bounds pretty much already and continued to drive him to the ground. Waiting for the official signal. Here we go. There it is, the personal foul against Yreka. Giving the Vikings an extra 15 yards. It puts them in Yreka territory at the 39.
They got some momentum. Keep that rhythm going. Keep that rhythm going.
Right now trailing by 21 points, 7:20 to go in the second quarter. Baldwin to the right of the quarterback. 2 receivers bunched up on the near side, 1 alone to the right. It's going to be a keeper for Van Gastel. Has a little bit of room before being taken down. A gain of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That was really nice. They got good penetration, Yreka did, but he avoided those initial tackles and got 3 yards, 4 yards maybe. That was a nice run.
2nd down and 7 at 36. And Gastel takes the snap, rolling to his right, and that's picked off. Yreka, the interception at the 35, brings it up to the 40. And a big play, and the swing of momentum goes right back to the Miners.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised throw. That linebacker was just reading him, and when you throw back over the middle, when you're rolling out to the right, throwing back over the middle, you're giving that linebacker time to catch up to that play, and that's exactly what happened here.
Starting at the 39-yard line in their own territory. They take it over with about 6:45 to go in the first half. Yreka was able to score on their last drive. It only took them 6 plays to go 90 yards here with far better field position again at the 39. Rolling out, trapped, but looks like he tried to get rid of it before hitting the ground. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd down.
There might be question of if he was down or not.
Near official waved incompletion. Seems to be the easiest route of least resistance. They're going to stick with that, 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to scramble, but then got wrapped up from behind. He kind of shoved it out of his hands with 2 hands there.
Yeah, in high school football, once you roll out, if you can just get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, you don't have to really have someone in the vicinity. They do that for safety.
2nd and 10, Yreka with it. Greg trying to find some room to the left. Has some blockers. Cuts up field, but stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and long once again for Yreka.
Nice job, Mazama, staying home. There was kind of a fake to the right-hand side. The quarterback kept the ball, started trying to find a hole on the left. Mazama wouldn't give him a hole. So good job.
They've got to get off the field on this 3rd down. Yreka 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversion so far. 3rd and 9. Right at the 40, yard to gain the 49. On the left hash. Here we go, 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be a toss to Crane coming to the near side. Gets to the 40, but he is tackled by a swarm of Vikings at about the 42. It was a gain of maybe 3 yards on the play, but left him short. A 3rd down stop for the Vikings brings up 4th down.
Big stop. Big stop for Mazama. Going to make them punt the ball, and they still have time on the clock to get one in before the end of the half.
Back to receive for Mazama will be Kai Hunt. He's stationed at about the 25. Flag before the kick is up. That's going to go over Hunt's head, kick down to the 10, but again, there is a flag. So while it's downed at the 9, we'll see where this possession for the Vikings truly starts. Flag is about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage, and again, it happened right at the snap. Officials once again discussing right about the 50. False start going against Yreka. Now, does that get attributed to after the kick is downed, or they're going to replay that punt?
They're going to replay that punt. You're not going to want that ball at the 10.
Sure.
So yeah, I think they're going to repunt that ball. And I think it wasn't really motion. I think it was they didn't have enough men on the line. I think that's
okay.
Which is
so
procedure.
An illegal formation.
Illegal,
kind of,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. I didn't see any movement. That's what I'm kind of guessing on that one.
So now 5 yards back, 4th and 11. It will still be a punt. Punt kicked at the 30. Hunt is going to field it at the 30, call for a fair catch. It's actually going to be taken in at about the 28-yard line. That's where Mazama will start.
That ends up being a 19-yard penalty for Yreka. They had it on the first punt, had it down on the 10. Now you're going to get it back up here on the 29.
4:20 to go in the first half. Mazama trailing by 21. Still scoreless, looking for their first points. They'll get it 1st and 10 at the 28. In their own territory. And Gastel, another keeper, gets up to the 30 before being brought down. A gain of 2 on that play, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Mazama's spreading out the field. They're breaking the bone, as some would say, having receivers far out and trying to get the linebackers spread out. So when they do the fake hand off to the outside, there's a lane up the middle. That we stayed home.
2nd down and 8. Van Gastel calls for the snap, rolling to his right. Has some room, looks down. The pass is caught, and a gain of 10 on the play.
Pass complete.
That'll be a 1st down for the Vikings.
Nice job when he rolled out. He kind of limited himself to that third of the field, which is exactly what you want to do. That's where you want to throw the ball. And he had an open receiver, led him a little bit, gave him a chance to catch that ball and take it up another 5.
1st and 10, Mazama. They've got it at the 40. It's going to be a pitch. Baldwin has it. Stiff arm, but he is brought down. That was a nice tackle there by the Yreka defender. Took the stiff arm, but just held onto his arm and brought him down with him.
Yeah, very nice tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 on the play for Baldwin, 2nd and 8. Clock continuing to run, 3:15 to go now in the first half. Mazama trailing 21-0, trying to find the end zone on the final possession and milk the clock as well. Van Gastel on the keeper and is brought down after a gain of about 3 yards. That'll make it 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, nice right, went back left, and was now a little under 5 yards, but they need this first down to keep this momentum going. They got to get a score before halftime to get their energy up.
Vikings 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Again, Baldwin to the right of Van Gastel. It's going to be a keeper for Van Gastel. Gets the first down and then some. Past the 50, past the 45, down at the 44. And that was a gain of 11 on the play for Van Gastel. First down, Vikings.
Tip your hat to that offensive line. I mean, you could take a semi-truck up that hole. That was a great job by that offensive line. First conversion on the 3rd down, too. Good job.
1st and 10, Mazama now in Yreka territory. It's going to be another keeper for Van Gastel. Has another huge hole up the middle, and that time gains 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, I think Mazama found something. Yreka has not been able to stop that play yet, and just keep running, keep going.
Van Gastel entered today's game with 39 carries and 100 yards, 3 scores. He's gotten fair share of carries in this game. Here's 2nd and short. Now he's rolling to his right to throw. Tries to find his running back downfield, but it's incomplete, just off the fingertips. It'll bring us up 3rd and short.
Yeah, just let him just a little bit too much on that one.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, official down and distance there. Clock's at 38 to go in the 2nd quarter. Mazama again down 21-0. Yreka will get the ball to start the 2nd half as well, and we've got a timeout called. And I think this is going to be Yreka's timeout. So that's their first of this half. We'll stick with you through this timeout and remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of our Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 19 Austin Street or 2026 Charlotte Street near T. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. Here we go, 3rd and short. Like you said, Mazama seemed to have found something with those quarterback keepers. To left side of the line, they've been able to create that hole.
Yeah, they've had a couple drives like this. They've had some mistakes that kind of killed it. Let's keep that momentum going, not have a mistake. Let's run it up that left side where you had some success and punch it in. Let's punch it in. You got 1:38 left. You can punch this ball in.
Mason Spivey, the left tackle. Jack Kafring, the left guard. Deserving some credit for moving those Yreka big bodies up front.
Most definitely. I love it when the Hogs get the credit because they deserve it. They deserve that credit.
3rd and short. They've got to do it once more to keep this drive alive. Going to be a handoff to Baldwin up the middle. He gets the first down, brought down at the 30. And a gain of 6 on that carry. Gives Mazama a first down.
Yeah, initial contact about 2 yards into the backfield or into Yreka's side of the ball, and he just kept running and running, got another 4.
Clock continues to tick away, though. Mazama quickly on the football, and the snap is fumbled by Van Gastel. He recovers, but is quickly cut down, and a big loss on that play of about 16 yards backwards, and the clock continues to roll. A minute 12, no timeout. Each has 2 left.
Brings up 2nd and 16.
Second and 16, under a minute to go. Keeper for Van Gastel. Has a hole on the near side. Up to the 30. He's knocked down. Stays in bounds. And he carried that one for about 8 yards, and a late flag and a scuffle along the near sideline.
I hate to say it. I think this is going to be against Mazama on this one. And, God, these are they kill drives. You got to keep your head about yourself and not do things like that.
It was tackled in front of the Mazama sideline. Then the flag was thrown. It seemed like before guys got hands on each other, so you wonder if something was said by the Mazama sideline perhaps that struck somebody wrong. We'll get an official signal here in a moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What I saw was Mazama player stood up, and then he kind of ran a little bit farther through the Yreka player. Might be a good acting job on the Yreka player also on this one. So we'll see. We'll see. They're talking about it.
Trying to get it right. That's what you like if you're going to take our time like this, want to get it right, and that's what our officials have done so far tonight.
Yeah, no, they've done a good job. A lot of times you want to get together, make sure everyone saw the same thing. Dead ball, yep.
Ooh. So that's against Yreka, personal foul.
Personal foul.
And so they're going to get some yardage out of it. First down, Vikings.
Maybe the acting job wasn't good enough. Okay, you're in the red zone. You got to get this ball in. You got to get some points before the end of the half.
First and 10 from the 11. You have an opportunity at one more first down as well. Clock continues to roll, 40 seconds. Van Gastel back to throw. Bullet over the middle, incomplete. Stops the clock, though.
Yeah, good effort by that receiver. He left his 2 feet to dive for that ball and just was outside his arms.
Longest drive of the game by either team right now. This will be the 11th play. Second down and 10. Hand off to Baldwin. Finds some room into the end zone. Mazama touchdown. And for Christopher Baldwin, 6th touchdown of the year, finds it from 11 yards out and trims into the lead, 21-6. 30 seconds to go in the first half.
That left side of the offensive line is doing an outstanding job. They're creating that hole. This entire drive is that left side of that offensive line. Give them credit.
Mazama looking to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and it is no good. Looked like wide right there off the boot. But 21-6 the score. Will step aside, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Mazama seems to have found some. We'll see if they can hold on to it in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, 11:50, 92.9 KAGO.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Mazama putting together an 11-play scoring drive, going 72 yards in 4 minutes, and they trail now 21-6. 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Yreka with still 2 timeouts. They could try to do something, move the ball downfield, but the Vikings looking for a stop, try to take that score into the locker rooms. Kick is up, fielded at about the 20, picked up by Walker, I believe. He's going to go along the far sideline, has some room. He's up to the 40, now to the 50, brought down at the other side of midfield at the 45-yard line.
You had a wedge buster coming up the hill, up the field, and he got busted. That was a big hit there that sprung the Yreka running back to get the yardage he got.
Starting at the other side of the field at the 45, a good return for Yreka. 20 seconds to go in the half. They do have 2 timeouts. They try to make something happen. They've had big plays all night. Looking for another. Hand off to Crane, going left. Has some room on the sideline, pushed out bounds. I think they're going to say he did get the first, a gain of 11, and he went out of bounds. Clock stops with 13 seconds.
Yeah, he knows how to run against the sideline. He very effective on the sideline there.
First and 10, Yreka now at the 7-yard line. Another handoff to Crane, this time going right up the middle. Breaks past the first tackle, upfield for a gain of 7. And I believe Yreka got a timeout off with 6 seconds to go in the half.
You know, Crane's 6 foot, 203, and he uses every single ounce of that weight to run down the field. And he's fast. He's fast. He is a very good high school football player.
Again, timeout on the field. Yeah, no doubt about it. He runs hard. He runs tall. It doesn't seem like he's often winning the leverage game, but he just keeps those feet moving, like you said, multiple times, those high knees, climbing over defenders. He's a hard guy to bring down.
It almost is like he likes to he searches for the contact.
Yeah.
He searches for the contact, and because he's very effective at it. He's just a very good running back. Mazama has to figure out at halftime how to offset that.
Speaking of halftime, they'll have a little bit longer to figure that out. It is homecoming night here at Mazama High School. So after 5 minutes added to halftime gives us a little bit more time to check scores from around the Klamath Basin and get you ready for the second half of action in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. So here we go, second and about 3. This will be the last play of the half. And it's at the 30-yard line in Mazama territory. Yreka driving. Greg back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field, and it is caught near the end zone, but brought down at the 1. And that will end the first half. Mazama with a stop. And they head to the locker rooms trailing 21-6. We'll be back with some halftime coverage as we continue your coverage here at Mazama High School. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
21-7 the score at halftime. Yreka leading the Mazama Vikings right now. And, boy, it's been Trevon Crane who's gotten the job done. 2 scores of a combined about 56 yards for Yreka. Had a great touchdown from 2 yards out. That's their quarterback. Yreka's up 6.
Yeah, coming into this game, we knew that Crane was going to be a big load to handle, and he is. He's doing an outstanding job. Very effective runner. Like I said earlier, loves to find the contact and has no problem with that. So
now Mazama was able to find the end zone at the end of that half. It was Baldwin who found the end zone from 11 yards out, continuing to go to the left side of that line, trying to give the guys on the left side, Mason Spivey, Jack Capering, even their center, Clem Pine, give these guys credit. They've been able to move the Yreka front line. We talked about a size mismatch, and it seems like they might have found something there at the end.
Yeah, they're using their leverage. That's what we talked about earlier in this game. And, they're getting underneath their those big Yreka pads, and they're standing up, and they're moving them to inside the line, and they're creating that really good gap there. And Yreka's going to try to figure out a way to stop that, but right now they haven't figured it out.
A couple things of note, mainly the third down conversion rate. Yreka converted on all 4 of their first third down conversion attempts. They were stopped once. They're 4 of 5. Mazama is 2 of 5 right now. They were able to convert twice there in that last drive, but getting off the field on third down. With Yreka's scores coming mostly on third down, it feels like that's where this game has been decided, at least in the first half.
Yeah, the first quarter, Mazama gave Yreka some great field position, so easy scores for them to achieve. So that's 14 of the 21 points right there. They've really only had one drive that they drove down the length of the field to get in there. Mazama's got to figure out ways to just stay away from making those mistakes, those interceptions, those penalties that sets them back. They're a running game. They do a very effective job on that. They don't need to add more yards to that to getting a first down, and that's going to be a key.
There was a fumble after 4 plays at the end of the first quarter, an interception about halfway through the second quarter. But, again, when Mazama was able to hold on to the football, move the ball a little bit on third down, they scored in 11 plays, went 72 yards, and were able to get it done.
And they had a great rhythm.
Yes.
They had a really good rhythm. They were getting up to the ball quick and just a great rhythm, and sometimes that's what you need to turn things around.
Homecoming court coming in front of our crowd here at Mazama High School. Talk a little bit about that. We'll also get you updated on some other scores going on throughout the Klamath Basin as we continue your halftime coverage from Mazama High School. Right now the Vikings trail 21-6. We'll be back with more coverage of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 92.9 KAGO.
Les Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Still at halftime at Mazama, Yreka leads after 24 minutes, 21-6. That's the score here. Want to get you updated on a couple of other scores going on throughout the area. We'll start last night with Lost River losing a game 34-28 to Culver. That's back-to-back losses at home for Lost River. Hoping that they can correct course. They've got a long schedule in front of them, although Culver probably the best other team in that league at this point.
Yeah.
So looking for the Raiders to correct course here soon. Got a score update from Klamath Union taking on Sutherland. Right now the Pelicans lead at halftime. The score was 21-14, I believe, at halftime there at Modoc Field. I know Henley and Cascade Christian are nearing halftime right now. Last score up that I got from them were the Challengers leading the Hornets 14-3, and that's nearing halftime as well. No score update from Bonanza taking on Glide. I haven't heard anything from Cross Point Christian playing Mohawk either. Chilliquin plays Camas Valley tomorrow there. Todd, I saw you making a couple faces reading off those scores. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. But, you got young coaching staffs throughout the basin this year, and so they're learning a little bit.
Certainly. We talk about coaching staffs. Talk about this one at Mazama. Orland Culp in his first year with the Vikings, although he was a coach at Yreka at one point. Coached there from 1996 to 2015. He took a stop at Red Bluff from 17 to 19, and he takes over this Mazama program from Vic Lease, who exited after an 85-24 record. He was head coach here, I believe, for 9 seasons. They won that state championship in the COVID-shortened season, but was it 7 straight Skyline Conference titles, something like that Lease had run off for Mazama? This is a good program.
It is a great program. They run the ball very effectively, and but under Vic, man, you held on to the ball. You did not give the ball up. And that's what's hurting them right now, unfortunately.
Yreka, for their part, the last time they finished with an above 500 record was in 2014 when Coach Culp was the head man there. They finished 6-5 in 2014. This year, though, on their way, a 2-1 record. John Marquez in his second stint at Yreka. He was the head coach there from 2016 to 2018. Now took back over the program in 2022. He's 16-33 overall as he looks to give Yreka their first winning season in just about a decade. You can see if you're watching on the live stream on mybasin.com right now. By the way, if you're just listening, encourage you to watch the broadcast tonight. The homecoming court introduced here at Mazama High School for each of the classes. Saw a couple football players down there. I believe Chris Baldwin, the running back, was the homecoming king, I suppose, for the senior class. I don't see any other football players out there, though, at least not right now. But a nice night and a good crowd here at Mazama High School for homecoming.
Yeah, great crowd, and Yreka traveled well, too, and the temperature is great. I mean, we talked about that at the beginning of the game. This is football weather. This is perfect time to play football in the basin, and we're getting a good show out here. We're getting a really good show, and I think Mazama is in the locker room right now, figuring this thing out, and I think we're going to have a great second half.
Score 21-6 after 24 minutes. Yreka is in the lead. We'll step aside one more time, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what we expect to see in the third quarter from both of these teams and get ready for it as we continue your coverage from Mazama High School, the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KHEO and mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Still halftime here at Mazama High School, and Yreka leads the Vikings 21-6. To look forward to third quarter action. We'll talk about it in just a bit. I want to remind you, our sports coverage on mybasin.com doesn't just begin and end with football. Last night here at Mazama High School, we watched the Henley Hornets defeat the Vikings 3-0 in a sweep of volleyball. That was an impressive win for Henley. We'll be back with more volleyball coverage on Tuesday night when the Pelicans come here to visit Valhalla Court against the Vikings. Excited to see how that volleyball slate fills out with our three basin teams right now at the top of the Skyline Conference. Really anyone's league to win, it feels like, in the Skyline as far as volleyball goes. So if that's what you're interested in as well, you can follow the season on mybasin.com. Again, we'll have those inner-city matchups broadcasted for you and continue to keep you updated for volleyball all season long. But back here in this football matchup, again, 21-6 at halftime. Talked a little bit about what worked for Mazama at the end of that first half. Continue to run the football. But again, to me, it comes down to what happens on third down for both of these teams. Again, Yreka got those big scores on third down, big plays. It was hard for Mazama to get off the field on defense, hard for them to stay off on the field on offense.
Yeah, that's the key. That Mazama has to figure out a way. They had him in third and long a number of times. They got to figure out a way to make that stop. And I'm sure they're making adjustments in the locker rooms to do that. I think on offense, Mazama had so much success on that left side. What do you build off of that? What other player are you going to set up off of that as maybe a play action pass that goes down the middle for a touchdown or the such? So that's what I see Mazama trying to do. Yreka, just keep feeding Crane. That's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, Crane has been very good. Unsure of his rushing totals, but he has found the end zone twice. Once from 39 yards out, once from 24 yards out. He caught a pass as well. He's done kickoff return. He's got to be almost near 200 all-purpose yards for this game so far.
I think you're right. And again, very effective runner, very angry runner, I call him, looking for contact, not shying away, and keeping control of the ball and bouncing off. And, sometimes some of his scoring drives, he's bounced off 2, 3, 4 tackles, and then it goes right in.
Yeah. Looking for Mazama to try to find a way to stop him as we get closer to the third quarter. Again, thank you for sticking with us for a bit of a longer halftime show this evening. It is homecoming here at Mazama High School. The Vikings try to find a way to scratch out a win. They're losers of 2 straight against 5A schools coming into this game. They're 1-2. Their 1 win against KU to start the season. This is their final non-conference game before going to play Marshfield. They'll actually be back here next week. 3 straight home games. It's nice home cooking for the Vikings. But right now, 1-2, tied up there with North Bend, Ashland, Hidden Valley. We'll have North Bend after Marshfield, then Hidden Valley again. I was talking about this on our talk show on Ballin' in the Basin. We were at Gino's Cafe this week, and I was telling my partner, Matt Bowling, this for Mazama felt like a must-win from an attitude perspective. It felt like something where you can see a team that on paper is even with you. Go out and beat them. You've got teams that you should beat coming up on the schedule. You just played teams where you probably were supposed to lose those games. Here's a team that is even with you. Go out and beat them. They found some momentum at the end of the first half. We'll see if they can carry it through.
Yeah, they need to do that. And they're coming into this game with 2 losses.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me feel uncomfortable
as
a player, as a coach, and that's what you really want to win now.
Yeah.
You really want to come back out. You want to come back out in the second half and show that you are a strong team, and you take it to Yreka.
We're going to have a chance to do that. 3 minutes for these teams to warm up, and then we'll be back with third quarter action. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, 11:50, 92.9 KAG.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Third quarter action is here, and the kick is up. Yreka will start with the football, and that kick going out of bounds. Yreka will start at the 35. Right now, the score 21-6. The Miners in front of the Vikings. Yreka at the 35, 12 minutes on the clock. And we're talking about a little bit more during halftime as well. A lot of short possessions for both teams. Longest possession for either team was a Mazama 11-play drive. Other than that, Mazama had a 7-play drive put together. But for Yreka, their longest drive has only been 6 plays. They've been able to get those big plays downfield. Mazama's got to find a way to stop those big plays from happening.
Yep, they need to come out here and set the tone in the second half. You know, it's a very proud program. Here, let's watch them right now and see that pride come shining through.
It's got Greg and Crane back there. I also see Williams in the backfield for Yreka. No wide receivers in the formation. Handoff to Crane going to the right side. Had a little bit of room, but quickly closed on that gap. A gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, the left side pulled. Gave him a little room, but I'll tell you, Mazama handled that really well with the extra blockers on the right-hand side. They did a really good job, only limiting them to about 2.5.
Second down on the way. Second about 7. Yreka now going from right to left. Another handoff, again to Crane, bounces off one defender, gets the first down, up to the 50. He's continuing to go, now to the 30, down to the 20, to the 15 before being knocked out of bounds, and another huge play and a big run for Crane.
Yeah, the play felt like it was going to go outside, but Crane just took it straight up the middle. Again, not shy of hitting and making contact, made contact 2 or 3 times, bounced it, then once he got in the second level to the outside, and huge gain.
Flipped the field. He was out at the 16. First and 10 in the red zone. Yreka operating where they want to be in Mazama territory. Greg this time under center. He's got Luce and Williams and Crane back there. Handoff to Williams. He goes right up the middle and looks like a gain of about 5 on the play before forward momentum is stopped and the play is called dead.
Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a rugby scrum.
Second down and 5 from the 11. Greg with Luce to his right, Williams to his left, Crane behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Crane, has a gap and is brought down inside the 5, short of the goal line. He's down at the 4.
Yeah, nice hole there. Didn't get contact until it hit the second level of the defense, and even then he gained an extra 2 or 3.
First and goal after that first down. And it'll be from the 4-yard line for Yreka. Again, a similar formation, although this time Greg under center. They've opted to push him into the end zone previously. We'll see where they go here. And there it is, trying to get him right through the middle, and he is pushed.
Touchdown.
He is in. And another touchdown for Yreka. Seemed like a QB sneak there for Greg, and he is in, and Yreka leads 27-6.
Yeah, they're stealing the Philadelphia Eagles tush push.
That's exactly what that looked like.
Well, when you have that size, I mean, might well use it.
Second touchdown of the night for Gabe Gregg. And on to kick the extra point. Try to put their team up. Kick is up. Through the uprights, it is good. Yreka with a quick strike. They lead 28-6, 9:48 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more of the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAG.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And it's almost
Mazama down 28-6. Yreka finding the end zone on their last possession. But here we go with the kickoff. It'll be a touchback. Mazama will start at the 20 for Yreka on their last drive, going 65 yards in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It took them 5 plays, and it was capped off with a 4-yard quarterback sneak from Gabe Gregg.
Yeah, definitely a tone was set in the second half. It just wasn't the one that I wanted to see. Yreka did a very effective job. 5-6 plays, and they're in the end zone. Mazama has to come back and answer now and drive it down the field and get a touchdown.
First possession of the second half. Mazama scored on their last possession of the first half. Trying to find that rhythm. The rush to the left side was working. Here's Van Gastel with the snap. This time it comes to the near side. Baldwin has some room up past the 25, now to the 30. He'll get the first down and then some. Call it a gain of 14 on the carry for Baldwin, and a Vikings first down.
Nice job, nice run. Made a couple little contact in there, and he ran through it and gained 14. Great job. The way you want to start this second half for the offense.
First and 10. Mazama at the 34 in their own territory. Another Baldwin handoff, although this time he's wrapped up around his waist. A good takedown there for Yreka. Down for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, it looked like the exact same play, but Yreka read it out this time, and it made a good form tackle.
So second and 14. Now second and 13 officially now from the 31. Where Mazama has it, going backwards on first down behind the sticks here. Trying to find some way upfield. Baldwin to the right of the quarterback, Van Gastel. Man in motion, but this is a handoff to Baldwin. This time going to that left side. He's able to get one on the play, but that's all. Third and long on the way. That hole closing quickly around Baldwin. He had room for a moment, but again, that hole just got sewn up very fast. Third down and long, 12 yards officially. Yard to gain is the 44. Here they take it from the 32. And Gastel, another handoff to Baldwin, but Yreka in the backfield quickly and backwards. A loss of 2, fourth down.
Yeah, great penetration by the Yreka defensive line, and the linebackers just came back and filled in. Now it forces Mazama to make a punt.
3 and out for the Vikes, not the way they wanted to start the second half. Crane will be back to return the punt, and he'll park right around the 35-yard line on the other side of midfield. There's the punt, and that's going to be down at the 44. Crane kind of dove for that one, a risky decision.
Very risky.
but he made it work.
Yeah, I would advise him next time to let that ball bounce and get out of the way. You just want, if you're Yreka right now, you just want the ball and control the clock.
Looks like there was a flag on that play. Seemed like it was the far side official on the far sideline. Let's see. And Cooper Roberts, our white cap this evening. It's going against Yreka.
Defensive holding.
Defensive holding, and is this an after the kick penalty? Okay,
yeah, I believe so.
Going backwards after that one. So after bringing it up to the 45, they'll start instead at the 35-yard line. There's about 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Yreka leads now 28-6, and a chance to tack on more. It's exactly where they started their last drive, and it took them 5 plays to find the end zone from 65 yards out. Again, going with that formation in the backfield. 4 men there. But this will be a handoff to Crane. They keep it simple. He runs over his own man for a gain of 4 yards.
Wow. Linebacker blitzed up the middle on that side, just picked the wrong side of the line, and they ran away from the blitz, and that's where you get the yardage there.
Doesn't that matter who is in Crane's way. He is going through you.
He is going to go through you.
2nd and 5. Now from the 40. Yreka, just as you said, they're content up multiple scores. They're going to start trying to slow this game down a little bit, take their time with the football, make sure they hold on to it.
Yep.
Yeah, and here we go, 2nd and 5. It's going to be a keeper for the quarterback, Greg. Finds some room along the right side. Bursts through the hole, and he's gone to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, down to the 20. And I think he was shoved out of bounds around the 15. And another massive gain for Yreka on the keeper for the quarterback.
Yeah, good keeper pulled the ball back, and he was like a little kid on Christmas morning. He sprinted for that Christmas tree and made a major big gain.
About a 40-yard gain for the quarterback. I'll call it a 38-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the 17. Six and a half to go in the third quarter. Yreka leads 28-6. There's Crane, handoff on the right side, bounces off of one defender, gets to the 10, stays on his feet, bursts to the 5 and down inside the 5 at the 3.
Yeah, he bounced off a block. It looked like there might have been a blindside block there on the outside there, but it wasn't called, and got effective yardage after the hit. But that Yreka offensive line, they play to the whistle. They are not stopping after the running back gets through the line. They keep going downfield and looking for other blocks.
1st and goal from the 3. See if Yreka again tries to shove their quarterback forward, although this time not lined up under center. It'll instead be a handoff to Crane, but he's stopped. No gain on the play, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, good job gang tackling him. And that's what you got to do to him, gang tackle him.
2nd down and goal from the 2. Maybe he gained 1 yard on that play. Mazama's defense looking for a stop here, even if he could force a kick. Just anything to take solace in. This time Greg under center. Formation in which they've just pushed him before. The offensive line bunched up. Here we go. Nope, this is going to be a handoff. It looked like to Williams. Trying to push him in, but I think he wound up short again. And that was actually Cole Clayton on the carry, pardon me, but still short.
There's a flag on the field, too. Late flag.
Where was that flag thrown?
It was right in the middle of the pile.
Let's see, Mazama's coming off the field. Flag is right on the spot of the football. Yreka head into their sideline as well. Let's see.
That usually means that some not sportsmanlike conduct was happening in the middle of that pile.
Looks like we might be calling coaches out, and that's what it looks. Both head coaches, it seems, coming to have a discussion with the officials. This has been a chippy game throughout. We've had multiple unsportsmanlike penalties, and it seems like another one here. Nothing that you ever want to see in a high school sporting event.
No.
Yeah, 3 officials having conversations with both head coaches. Teams have been separated. But a physical game like this, it's hard to avoid.
Yeah, I think what the White Hat's trying to do, Cooper, is trying to calm people down, and this is an effective way to do it. Slow the game down a little bit, get the teams away from each other, get their head back squared on the right way before you start kicking kids out. You never want to do that, but that's a tool in the tool belt that you can use if you need to. So let's see what the penalty is.
Yeah, there is still a flag on the field, so someone is going to be penalized. Maybe both teams still have yet to reach a signal from any of the officials. Let's see. Cooper heading back to midfield. Yreka trying to find a way back out to the field. Here we go. So Yreka gets the penalty. What are we seeing here, Todd?
Yep. So it's a dead ball, so the down counts. It was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Yreka, so they're going to march the down counts, and then they march the ball out 15.
So that'll make it 3rd and goal from 17 yards out. I think you made a good point about how the officials are handling that situation specifically. Separate the teams, get them amongst each other.
Everyone calm down
yeah,
for a second.
Assess everything, and we'll be back ready for football.
Because the next step is kicking kids out,
right?
And you never want to do that.
No. There's suspensions that follow that, and paperwork and everything. Paperwork for everybody. You want to avoid that.
Yep, exactly.
3rd and goal from the 17. Looks like it's going to be a pitch. Crane on the carry to the near side. Leapt over a pile of bodies to the 15. Cuts back right. Down inside the 10 to the 5. Brought down at the 4, but there is a flag again in the backfield.
I'll tell you, Mazama did a great job containing that play. Crane cut it back inside. I don't think it's going to count, but Crane cut it back inside, then makes contact with 3 or 4 kids, and they can't bring him down.
Holding against the Miners. This is going to bring them back. That says nothing about how good of a run that was from Crane anyway. I mean, leaping over a guy on the ground, bouncing off of guys. I mean, you have to wrap him up and, like you said, gang tackle him. I don't think I've seen a single guy by himself bring him down tonight. It's always had to been 2 or 3 Vikings to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Such strong legs. I mean, he kicks himself out of those arm tackles. And, one guy is not going to bring him down.
So 3rd and goal. But you wouldn't know it from where they are on the field. They're at the 27-yard line. See if Yreka, they've got some trips to the right side there. Might have an opportunity to throw the football, although we've got a timeout called. I think this will be Mazama's timeout. Let's see. No, this is Yreka?
Yeah.
So Yreka takes time. We'll stick with you through this one. So, coaches, you think they've got something drawn up for 3rd and goal from the 27?
Well, how effective Yreka's been tonight, I think they might have something.
Yeah.
But, Mazama needs to stop them, and then let's get going the other way. I mean, they created penalties, and that's putting them outside of the field goal range too now. So,
an opportunity for a true stop here for the Vikes.
Yes, exactly right.
4:27 to go in the third quarter. Mazama does trail fairly big, 28-6. Clock starting to become a factor a little bit. Still some time to play with, but you're starting to feel pinched a little bit if you're the Vikings.
Yeah, and you're going to get out of your primary game. You're going to get out of that run, veer type of offense, and you're going to have to start throwing the ball down the field.
27.
Third and goal from the 27 on the near hash. Two wide receivers in a bunch to the right. It's going to be a quick wide receiver screen. Crane with the catch, but he is stopped immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth and goal from the 30.
Nice job by that cornerback. He made the initial contact. We got some linebacker came in and cleaned it up, and fourth down. And I think they're outside of field goal range, although it looks like they're going to go for one.
So let's see. This makes it about a 47-yard field goal. That is a long one. To do it is going to be Casey Croteau, the senior, going to try for a 47-yarder. The kick is up, and it is good.
Oh,
wow.
Geez.
A 47-yard field goal. That is impressive. And with that, Yreka is going to take a 31-6 lead with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside, come back. Mazama a chance to respond in the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week. 11:50, 92.9 KAGO.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
.47-yard field goal to move the score 31-6. Mazama has got to find something on this drive. Baldwin to return, up to the 10. Gets to the 15 and dives forward to about the 17-yard line. That's where Mazama will start this drive.
Vikes take over, first and 10 on the 17.
Last drive for Yreka, 7 plays. They only made it about 20 yards all told. They were knocking on the door of a touchdown, but 3 penalties in a row forced fourth and goal from the 30. And then a huge field goal allowed them to score 3 points. That's how they find themselves up 31-6. Mazama trying to find something. 4 wide receivers in the formation for the first time today. Van Gastel to throw. Looks to the near side. That's caught over the middle for a first down and a gain of about 17 yards. In on the catch for Mazama, big Ryan Hayden, the tight end. First we've seen of him. Ryan Hayden standing 6'4", 215. He's a big target.
Great separation by the route. They all had their own quadrant, if you want to say it that way. The quarterback picked the right quadrant, made it a good pitch and catch.
And Gastel again to throw, feels pressure on his backside, tries to move up in the pocket, but is wrapped up and taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do, instead of deep balls, really quick 10, 15 yards outs and the such. That's what that first play was. That one they were trying to go real deep, and the defensive line just puts too much pressure, and he doesn't have enough time to do it.
Not going to have a lot of time to throw. It's second and 14. Play action pass. Van Gastel looking deep. It is incomplete. Overthrew his man downfield. Intended target looked to be Kai Hunt. Pardon me, I believe that was actually Brody Mahone, but regardless, third and very long coming up.
Yeah, I would love to see them on this play do a little screen to the right-hand side. I think that's wide open right now.
3rd and 14. Mazama 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions in this half. They're 2 for 6 overall in the ball game. Van Gastel back to throw. Rolling to his right. Unleashes one into triple coverage, and it's picked off. Picked off at the 30. Now bringing it back to the 35 to the 40. Now to the 45 to the 50. On the other side of midfield at the 45. Now to the 40. There is a flag on the field. And down at the 40 on the interception for Yreka, number 21, Nathan Horvath. But a flag down.
I think it's going to be a blindside block on the return. That Mazama kid took a beating on that one, and we'll see what it is.
Officials discussing the flag. It's right about the 44-yard line. But that interception, Van Gastel, again, just threw it into triple coverage, and it came away with the Yreka interception.
Yeah, he's not reading the defense. He's going to a player that he believes he can get it to, and threw it right into triple coverage. You called it dead on right, and you can't do that. You can't do that. Although it's a long punt. You know, it's like a long punt.
Sure. You're dealing with 3rd and 14. Want to get the ball downfield, sure. Want to limit the return, and it seems like Yreka might have limited their own return here. Personal foul against the Miners, and it's going to go back.
So it should be 15 from the point of the infraction. So
as they find out down in distance here, just got a score update from Henley High School at halftime. The Hornets have finally reached halftime, trailing 21-17 against Cascade Christian.
Looks like they're coming back.
They were trailing at one point, down 14-3. It's about midway through the second quarter.
Cascade Christian is a very strong program.
3A school, but certainly back-to-back state champions.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, Yreka. They'll have it about where the ball was picked off at their own 41. And with 2:19 on the clock in the 3rd quarter, they lead 31-6. 1st and 10. Low snap, fumbled at first, but Greg recovers. Looks to the screen to the right. And pass caught, and it looks like a reception made for a gain of 12 and a first down.
Yeah, a little bubble screen to the right-hand side. The receiver kicked out that cornerback and gave him a little lane inside. Got 11.
Another first down for Yreka for the game, their 12th. Mazama right now sits at 10 for the game. 1st and 10 at the 48, now in Viking territory. And the Miners showing a little bit of a different look here with 4 wide receivers in the formation. Greg dropping back to pass, scrambling to his left, feels pressure. He's going to escape the pocket and move up for a gain of 9. Wow, they had him contained in the backfield, but that's Yreka players. They can move around, and they were able to get up there again, a gain of 9.
Yeah, Yreka, at this point of the game, they're starting to use this as a practice and start doing things they normally don't do in the game to get better, because they may use these plays in their league play down in California.
Right now up 31-6. It'll be 2nd down and probably about 2 yards, although our officials having a conversation. It seems like there was a penalty on the far sideline against the Vikings. A personal foul, another one. I think that's about 7 for the game so far.
Way too many of those in this game. These officials, they have, since what happened earlier, they are watching everyone very closely right now, and you're not going to get away with anything right now. And don't try. They shouldn't try to. They shouldn't try to. All you're going to do is hurt your team.
So now Yreka will have 1st and 10 from the 26. Again, 4 wide receivers in the formation. Greg takes the snap, but a handoff to Crane, bouncing around the outside, a spin move to cut upfield 4 yards. Brings up second down.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he's still in the game right now, or at least still running the ball. You would think that and he got up limping a little bit on this one. That's what you don't want to do if you're Yreka in this type of game.
Up big, 1:15 to go in the third quarter.
Share the rock.
Yeah. Be 2nd and 6 coming up for the Miners. Under a minute in the third quarter. Again, Greg in the gun. Low snap. Greg able to corral it and takes it himself upfield, a gain of a couple.
Yeah, I think initially that was going to be a pass, but he kind of fumbled the snap a little bit and just tucked it to the right.
So that will bring up third down. Third down and about 5.
Probably, well, they stopped the clock.
I think he went out of bounds, right?
Yeah, I think he must have.
35 seconds to go in the third, 31-6 the score. Mazama trails. It is 3rd and 6 officially, yard to gain, the 14. Another low snap, but a handoff, diving up the middle. Gain of 5, might be a yard short.
Looks like he didn't pick it up.
Was that Crane again?
Looks like it's 4th down.
Let's see, that was Crane. He's back in the game. He is limping a little bit. Oh, no, pardon me. That was actually loose on the carry, number 5, not number 2.
They look alike.
They do, yeah. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Yreka leads 31-6. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action next as we continue your coverage from Mazama High School. The Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Ready to start the fourth quarter, and Mazama trails Yreka 31-6. 12 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter. It's going to be 4th and about 7, and it looks like we're going to see a field goal opportunity, this time from about 35 yards out. He already hit a 47-yarder today, did the senior from Yreka. Here's this kick, and it is good. And so Yreka tacks on a bit more, now up 34-6 on another score there. Would you believe me if I told you that was the longest drive for Yreka this game at 6 plays?
Wow.
They have had explosive plays all night long. That drive no different, and adding 3 there at the end. Second field goal made by their kicker, 1 of 47, that last one of 35 yards. You wonder if at this point we start to see some of the underclassmen get in this game just to get some reps in at a varsity level.
Yeah, no, I think that would be appropriate, but we'll see. if you're Yreka, you now just want to get out of this game with no injuries. That's your goal.
Couple guys back to receive for Mazama. Still the guys who've been doing it all night long. Baldwin, he is back there with Kai Hunt. Kick is going to be taken by Baldwin, trying to come to the near side. Gets to the 10, now to the 15 before being knocked down. I believe that was actually Hunt on the return.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a touchback because during that play, he touched the goal line, and once you have the ball and you touch the goal line, you can go back in there. That's a touchback.
Okay, so it's going to be brought out to the 20 anyway?
Yeah. Yep. Again, high school rules. The one thing about football, college, high school, and NFL, they all have different rules, much more diverse than any other sport, and so it gets confusing sometimes.
In high school football, you made the good point. A lot of these rules are made specifically for player safety.
Exactly.
These players are not going to have NIL deals. They're not going to sign multi-million-dollar contracts. You're hoping that they keep their bones in one piece out there.
Exactly. And kickoffs are actually the most dangerous play in football.
Yeah. That's why the NFL is trying to get rid of them.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 20. Mazama's got it in their own territory. Van Gastel, quick throw over the middle. It's caught at the 30, now to the 35, up to the 40. The 45, the 50, leaping over a player down at the 45 on the other side of midfield, but the ball popped out.
He was down.
They're going to say he was down. That was Kai Hunt on a huge reception downfield for the Vikings. Even in the fourth quarter, the crowd is into it after that one.
Yeah, now that was like a little 4, 5, 6 yard in, and you threw it in ahead of him, and he got the ball in stride and was able to gain 30 yards afterwards. That's what you want to do. You don't want to do those deep passes. You want to do those little crossing patterns.
About a 36-yard catch. This time another keeper for the quarterback, getting up through the line of scrimmage. Upfield about 3 yards, 2nd down. Still seeing the same guys out there for Mazama, not putting in any underclassmen yet. They're looking for points on this drive. Looks like I do see Brody Mahone in there. 2nd string running back, play action pass, and it's incomplete. And that was intended, I believe, for Ferris. But again, incomplete, brings up 3rd down for the Vikings. 10:46 to go in the fourth quarter. Mazama trailing 34-6.
You got 2 downs to make this 1st down. They're not punting the ball again. So, get what you can on this 3rd down, and hopefully you make the 1st down. But if you don't, you're going to come back on 4th down.
Baldwin back on the field in the backfield for Mazama. Van Gastel takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Baldwin, but he's stuffed. Good penetration there by Yreka. Baldwin had nowhere to go.
That was great defensive penetration. And hit him in the backfield, and like you said, nowhere to go.
4th and long. Still going to probably go for it here on 4th down. Just as you said, no real reason to punt. Probably going to see a downfield pass, just as we've seen. Yreka looks like they're loading the front line still. They've got 6 guys up here up front. And Gastel back to pass. Rolling right. Throws it, and it is incomplete. And a turnover on downs gives Yreka the ball at their own 44. With 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, again, they lead 34-6. Mazama had something going. Again, that was a nice route run there by Hunt. You had a nice 35 or 37-yard completion, but the drive stalled there.
Yeah, and there was some good downfield blocking there too. That helped them spring for another 10, 15 yards there. So, Mazama's not giving up. They're playing hard. They just aren't getting into the rhythm that they need to be in.
Miners have 1st and 10 again at the 44. Starting to see some of the backups coming in for Yreka. Another quarterback has come in for them. That's number 7. That's Isaac Gower. Was loose on the carry as well, number 5. And so it's exactly what we were talking about, Todd, trying to get some of these guys in. Avoid the injuries to your main big ball carriers and get some reps in for some of the other guys on the team.
Yep.
Gower back there. He's got Luce behind him. Still 2 wide receivers in this formation for Yreka. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. And a gain of about 6 on that carry down at midfield.
Got a player down.
Player down, it looks like, for the Vikings. Not sure exactly who that is. We'll take a break. Give this player time to get back on his feet. 9:05 to go in the fourth quarter. As Yreka leads 34-6. The Geno's Cafe Game of the Week, 11:50, 92.9 KAGO.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
And we welcome you back to the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO and mybasin.com. Still trying to find out the latest on the player who's injured down on the field, although coaches and it looked like some first responders coming out. We're seeing a stretcher walk in from the left side. This isn't a good sign at all, and don't want to speculate at all. Don't know who it is. Don't know what the injury is, but while we have a little bit of time, I have my phone down there. I want to check up on some other scores going on around the area. Last we heard, it was at halftime, 21-7. Henley was trailing Cascade Christian. I'm going to try to look to see if I can find a score here from the Klamath Union game. They're taking on Sutherland right now. It looks like there's about 4 minutes left in that game. Sutherland's come back. They're up 35-28. But right now, the Pelicans look to be driving in the final couple minutes of that game. Try to keep you updated on that score as we continue the broadcast this evening. A couple of other games that we don't have scores for tonight. Bonanza taking on Glide. Cross Point Christian's been at Mohawk this evening. Chiloquin's been playing at Camas Valley. Actually, that game will happen tomorrow. The one game that was final as of yesterday was Lost River losing to Culver 34-28. And again, we are with an injury timeout here at Mazama High School, the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week. Appreciate you for joining the broadcast as we've had it so far tonight. But in a game like this that seems to, frankly have been decided multiple quarters ago, this is something you never want to see.
Never. And they're going to take their time, which they need to on this. These are young men.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that they live a long and great life afterwards and be able to be active.
We're going to take a 2-minute timeout and let the officials and everybody sort this out down on the field. So stick with us. Again, this is the Geno's Cafe Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO right now at our injury timeout. Yreka leads 34.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
After an injury timeout, we rejoin the action 34-6. 9 minutes remain in the fourth quarter, a game that Yreka leads Mazama. Our injured player off the field, and we seem to be ready to resume football here shortly. Our officials having a discussion, although I don't think there's any type of discussion about the rules, just trying to make sure everybody's safe out there. Ball's going to be right at the 50. And it will be 3rd down and 4 for Yreka as they hold the football and the lead. Check next door. Check one more door over. Sorry about that, folks. Some people coming into the press box here asking us a question. Yreka tries to go for a handoff up the middle. Stopped on 3rd down on the carry. Number 4 there for Yreka. Not able to go anywhere, and the Vikings get a 3rd down stop.
Looks like they're going to punt.
He's up 4th and 6.
4th and 6. Neither team has gone for it on 4th down. Well, Mazama went for it once, was 0 for 1. Here's kind of a desperation moment there on 4th down, but Yreka content to punt here and give the Vikings a crack at it. Trying to put some points together and a drive together, although at this point, we've already seen a couple of injuries, likely going to see the backups at this point in the ball game. Yreka going to take their time to punt. But here we go. Kick from the 40. Is going to kick down to the 10, down to the 5.
Oh,
that's down at the 1-yard line. Special teams for Yreka, frankly, has been incredible tonight.
Yeah. That's one of those when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mazama will start at their own 1-yard line. 8 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. The Vikings trail 34-6. Have a long field in front of them. A good opportunity for the Vikings to try to just run multiple plays, try to stay on the field for a moment. They went 3 and out their last 2 possessions.
Yeah, at the end of this game, you want to build any positivity that you can because you're about to go into league play, but it looks like there's about to be a safety.
It is. They were tackled in the end zone and a safety. A 30-point ball game now. The score 36-6. And Yreka will get the football back. It's what good special teams gets you there.
Yeah.
I mean, that really comes down to a really, really good punt.
Yep.
Want to remind you that tonight's broadcast is, of course, brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. They're served all day long, along with other menu items like their burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com, or you can find them on DoorDash. Also brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. The dealership located on Washburn Way. Not something particularly practiced often, I don't think, the special teams punt after the safety. Although, is he kicking it from the ground? It's not quite a punt like it is in the big leagues,
Yeah,
right?
you can actually go either way. I think in the NFL they like to get the height.
Right.
And but in high school usually you see it like a kickoff.
It's going to be from the 20. (36-6), Yreka leads under 8 minutes to go in the game. And the kick after the safety is up. It was a good kick, but it's going to wind up out of bounds. Does this still come out to the 35?
It's going to come out. It is. Now you're taxing my memory on this one.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I think it's. It should come out to like around the 45 or 50, I think.
Looks like they're walking the ball back to the 35.
Okay.
So there we go. That's where Yreka is going to start this drive. Last time it was a 3-and-out. Mazama was able to find a stop on third down. But now it's 1st and 10 Yreka from the 35-yard line. Expect to see the ball stay on the ground on this possession for the Miners, try to keep that clock ticking away. And here we go. Loose on the carry. Goes upfield for a gain of 1.
Nice gang tackle there by Mazama.
Gain of yard brings up 2nd and 9.
See Ryan Hayden still out there on defense, trying to get some of these guys we don't normally see for Mazama. Jaden Wells Jr. getting some action on defense. Let's see. Also see Gabe Nani as defensive back, although he does start on offense. Again, Gower in at quarterback for Yreka. He takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. And a gain of about 4 yards on the play there for Yreka. On the carry that time for the Miners was going to be number 21. That's Nathan Horvath. On defense earlier tonight, he has one of the 2 interceptions thrown by Van Gastel.
Yeah, don't be surprised if all you see from Yreka right now is inside the tackles. They're just trying to, like, ball control, get the clock to running, and if you start doing sweeps, you start passing the ball, then you kind of rubbing salt in someone's wound, and I don't see the coach wanting to do that.
Be 3rd and 4 from the 41. Yreka still in their own territory. It's going to be a handoff to Luce Noah. Keeper looks like they're going with the forward pass. And that one is thrown way downfield, but picked off by Mazama. And let's see, I believe that was number 12 for Mazama. We were just talking about Gabe Nani. Or pardon me, that was actually, that was Gabe Nani on the interception there. There's number 14. We're just talking about him as a starting wide receiver, playing some defensive back and making a catch.
Good for him. Good for him. Again, I was surprised with that play call, but
Yeah. First and 10 Mazama. They've got it in their own territory at the 37-yard line at the left hash. See if Mazama tries to go for a pass downfield. In fact, it will be a handoff up the middle. Maybe a gain of 1 on that carry. Baldwin still the ball carrier for Mazama. And they've got all their offensive starters still out on the field. They're trying to put some points on the board here.
Yeah, and I think build a positive momentum for when they go into league. So
they'll have Marshfield here next week to start Big Sky Conference play. Looks like a sweep to the near side and some room. Up to the 50, brought down at the 47 on the other side of midfield.
Nice run.
And a first down.
Nice run. Nice little sweep there, and got hit about 5 yards into the play, but kept running and kept that speed going and got an extra 10.
5.5 to go in the ball game. Yreka leads 36-6. First and 10, Vikings in Yreka territory at the 48-yard line. Still on the near hash. Baldwin back there with Van Gastel. It's going to be a handoff to Baldwin. Wrapped up. Oh, no, it's a keeper for Van Gastel. Tricked everybody. He's up to the 40. Runs through a defender at the 35, down at the 31. He fooled everybody, including me, and a gain of about 16 on the carry.
That was a great job pulling that out of the running back's arms right at the last second. Fooled all of us. You were exactly right. And a good run.
Fantastic.
And a great run.
Call that actually a gain of about 15 yards, down at the 31-yard line, driving. And Gastel now back to pass. Looks downfield. Again, throws into coverage. Pass incomplete. It's thrown to the end zone, but falling to the turf. There is a flag in the backfield. Flag in the backfield like that, likely against the Vikings, but we'll see. We've thought that multiple times, and it's gone the other way tonight, so let's find out. There it is, holding against Mazama. So that one's coming back. Going backwards there. It was, again, Van Gastel, though, throwing into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Yeah. Yeah, the deep balls have not been working for Mazama. It's the short crossing patterns, 5-10 yards down the field, and letting the receiver run with the ball afterwards. That's what's been working.
It is 2nd and 20. Van Gastel coming along the near side, breaks through one tackle and brought down after a gain of about 4 yards.
Van Gastel keeps it himself. Gain of 4 on the play.
That will bring up.
2nd and 16.
Now our chain crew says 3rd down. Up here in the box we say 2nd down. I think it is actually 2nd down though. 2nd down and 16 on the way. And Gastel sends a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the running back, but he's tripped up almost immediately and brought down for a loss. That was Baldwin on the carry.
Yeah, that one, as a quarterback, you might want to pull that out of the arms and go the other way like they have been.
So now that will bring up 3rd down. Well, now our scoreboard reads 4th down. I feel like we lost a down somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was on the holding call. They went from 1st to 2nd down. They counted it.
Yeah, I think we're at 3rd down still. And the officials are keeping a track on the field.
Van Gastel back to pass, feels pressure, rolling right, goes downfield, and another interception. Yreka taking it back, now to the 30, to the 35, the 40, now up to the 50, to the 45, now to the 40. Brought down at the 35, out of bounds. And another interception. I didn't quite see who caught that for Yreka, but that's the third pick thrown by Van Gastel on a deep ball like that. And Yreka is going to have it in Mazama territory with 3 minutes to go. They're up 30 points. Going to try to run this one out.
Yeah, the free safeties for Yreka, they're ball hawks. I mean, they're just sitting there waiting for that play. They know what's coming, and Mazama's just kind of throwing it up there, hoping that they come down with it, but it's just not effective.
1st and 10, Yreka didn't quite get out to the 35 like I had thought. It was the 42 where he stepped out of bounds. Still quite the return, having picked it off at the 10-yard line. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, but Mazama breaks through the line and tackles him for a loss.
We got a flag on the field.
Flag at the point of the tackle, it seems. Right about the 46-yard line where he was brought down. Clock stopped, 2:57 to go in the game. Yreka up 30. Let's see. Another personal foul. This one, the face mask, though.
Yeah.
Face mask tackle against Mazama.
Yeah, I was scared that's what it was going to be.
That should give Yreka the first down. And up to the 31-yard line. That is a first down. Yreka has spent most of this game in Mazama territory. Big plays, even when they start with poor field position. They've been able to flip it quickly and have operated with ease. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line, again in Mazama territory. Keeper for the quarterback, but he goes backwards. Couldn't find room, and Mazama got in the backfield quick. Gower brought down for a loss of almost 7 yards. We'll see officially in just a moment, but a big tackle for loss there by Mazama.
Yeah, he's doing that fake handoff, and he stretched too far for the fake and lost his balance, and then Mazama cleaned up.
Was a loss of 7 on the play. 2nd and 17, and it'll be from the 38-yard line. Yreka, though, again, as this game nears its finish, going to take their time getting on the ball here. One more first down, and they'll probably wind up in victory formation. But went backwards on the previous play, 2nd and 17, behind the sticks here. It's going to be a handoff. And brought back to the line of scrimmage, but not much else. Looked like that was number 21 on the carry there for Yreka. And it'll be 3rd and 17. Vikings looking for another stop. They were able to find one on 3rd down the last time Yreka had the football. 3rd and forever, 3rd and 17. Minute 25 and counting in the ball game. Snap. It's going to be a handoff coming to the near side, wrapped up and brought down for a loss of 2. Guys here for Mazama doing a nice job of getting in the backfield. On the carry, though, for Yreka was Trent Winter. Crossing a minute mark left to go in the game. Yreka going to be forced to punt unless they decide to just run it up the middle here on 4th and 19.
Yeah, I see them doing that, just running the ball up the middle, wait until the last second, then they may even take a knee.
Play clock should expire in, about 10 seconds perhaps?
Yeah, the back judge is letting them know that it's getting close.
20 seconds remain in the ball game and 4th down. Yreka is going to get one last snap off. And it's going to be a handoff again to Winter. Spins around but brought down. He did gain about 8 yards on the carry, but the clock stops at 9 seconds and a turnover on downs. Mazama gets one last offensive snap this game.
And I'm not sure if there's a 30-point play in their book.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. First and 10 Vikings on the final play of tonight's game from the 32-yard line. 9 seconds remain. Sending Baldwin out wide. Van Gastel alone in the backfield for the first time tonight. They're actually going to send Baldwin off the field, and Mahone comes in. It's going to be a handoff to Mahone along the right side. Has a bit of room upfield for what is a Mazama first down. Whistle is blown with 1 second left.
Yeah, they'll just reset the chain and then it'll be over.
Well, a first down on the final play of tonight's game. And that will wind us up 36-6, the final. We'll be back to recap the action we saw tonight in the Geno's Cafe. Game of the week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio.
The pace and reach of social media.
And the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none. We're proud to call Klamath Falls our home.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Final score tonight from Mazama High School. Yreka coming to the Klamath Basin and putting on a show, defeating the Mazama Vikings 36-6. There's not a lot to discuss in this game. Yreka controlled it from the outset. They won in just about every facet of the game, and they came away with a big win.
Yeah, we talked about it right at the beginning of the game. You saw them when they came off the bus. Man, they are big kids down there. And then Crane is the real deal, man. He is I could see him playing the next level.
Yeah, he scored twice tonight on scores of 39 yards and 24 yards out. He did kickoff returns, punt returns. He caught a couple passes out of the backfield, too, and huge rushes. He had to be up over 200 all-purpose yards, it seemed like, at halftime, and probably far more than that as the game concluded. We talked a little bit about halftime, about how we'd like to see Mazama come out of the gate and try to show some resiliency, but it was just Yreka who kept the foot to the pedal.
Just a strong, well-coached team, and it's real tough. If you're Mazama tonight, what you do is your record's 0-0 when you go into league play now.
Yes.
Okay, and I think the league is wide open for anyone to be able to win it. So keep your head up and learn from tonight and move forward.
Next games in front of you, Marshfield, Hidden Valley, North Bend. Those are all seemingly winnable games for the Vikings. Ashland is a 5A school playing down in our league. You've got Henley to close out the season. That's November 1st. So you've got these games in front of you, and just like you said, the league wide open right now. Try to get you some score updates from around. It looks like in the third quarter, Henley's taking a lead over Cascade Christian. They're up 30-28 right now. Try to find a score on the Klamath Union game before we head off the air. It's kind of hard to see on their student-led broadcast here. It looks like they've fallen behind late in the fourth quarter, 42-35 against Sutherland. That's where it stands right now. And again, our final score tonight, 36-6. Yreka defeating Mazama. Any final thoughts before we wrap this one up, Todd?
No, again, just a well-coached team from Yreka. A lot of size, a lot of athletic kids, and they faced Mazama, and Mazama took a brunt, unfortunately.
36-6, the final. Want to thank everybody involved with tonight's broadcast, making it possible. Both head coaches working with us before the broadcast, Orlin Kolb for Mazama and John Marquez for Yreka. I also want to give a big shout-out to Byron Matthews, who helped us out from Yreka as well before tonight's contest. Of course, the new athletic director here at Mazama High School, Ian O'Brien, made sure we had a place to set up here inside the press box. Big thanks to him as well. Once again, the final score tonight, Yreka defeating Mazama 36-6. My broadcast partner, Todd Andrus. My name is Josh Eldridge. Have a great weekend and good night from Mazama High School.